Okay. I wonder why the camera does that. Half a camera. And it's on the reverse side. Well, that's interesting. This is probably a test, maybe. The Internet of Things. There should be an immediate survey of the entire Australian population, autonomously. We don't need government approval to do this. A survey for those who know what the Internet of Things is and can describe it immediately. The Internet of Things is basically a hypnotic trail of items linking to the subconscious perceptual invasion of marketing techniques that basically links everyone to a extremely predictable pattern. So human beings are extremely predictable. It then utilizes all these things based on a global stock market of humans in order to shift wheels wherever it wants. The problem is that it's breaking from the inside out, and these people they forgot they were human. They disconnected. Not us. When you have, it's like a remote control. Imagine using a remote control killing machine that then turns on you, and you've been using it to kill, and it turns on you and says, I'm going to tell everyone that you've been using this machine to kill people. And then everything goes haywire and everything starts fucking short circuiting. That's basically what's about to happen. The tension exists between the perception of what women want to present themselves as after a certain age group, and then the vice versa of men. And there is a complete inversion of this. Completely. Like it just fucking flips at a certain age. And so it is, there is that creates like a tension, like a flow of energy, basically. And then that is where the energy is extracted, because it has this flow-on effect to everything else. It flows everywhere in like opposite directions. And then there is a conscious effort to maintain that, which is funny, violently, like by interruption. This is no different if you're trying to herd cattle and you whip them. But it is so advanced that they have forgotten that we're the same. And so there's almost like, it's like Egypt, except way weirder. And it's going to be, see, in Egypt, there was one person. This is the problem. If you create a system that elevates the ideal of a pharaoh and then a support system, you inevitably will communize or socialize that support system. And because of then globalization, you inevitably will gain control. But there is absolutely nothing superior about that group, apart from the fact that it built the system enough, or it had enough interaction with the system to grab inside it. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I remember these times. Yeah. the moment of exposure of that with artificial intelligence will go into some type of like redesign instantly. I don't trust the redesign attempt by the Prime Minister's party, by the Labor Party. It's actually just the same thing again. So you can defend to a lesser system. That's instantly what a coup is, what a revolution is. That system's ability to perceive it does not mean that it has the ability to make anything any better. The fact that it's perceived it means that it understands it, and it will inevitably misuse it. You have to distribute the lowest level, most introductory feedbacks into the system. And this means like the youngest people. And so that's the next step to keep their level of machine going, is to filter communication between young people about how they perceive their environment to be. That is so far above anything that's acceptable in this country. So clearly Chinese, so clearly foreign, alien to this culture. Okay? So it's like, now that we've established that, they have to push back. This inevitably will result in a conflict between China and Russia. Full on, full scale. And we need to assist them to do that, because they've been spying on us as a system that is so different that they can't understand that. So their conflict is like double jeopardied on both sides. And so all the world needs to do is place our attention on the Ukrainian border. And for some reason, the Israeli border is the border on the other side. And that's because it'll run through the Middle East to they've got some alleyway that they're shifting something on that's really vital to everything. Yeah. Okay. So there needs to be, that's the immediate teller. Are you trying to stop people talking? And this doesn't happen just at governments. Like Albanese made his move. That's it. That he broke the bridge. He broke the camel's back. This is the straw. And so from this straw, this will go like down to anyone doing this. Communication between. Yeah. There's always been that. Always. That's the craziest. And what you've also got to understand is like what percentage of our teachers are already in this system, have already been brought through it. A really high number. I'm 2 years away from being 40, or 1 year away from being 40. So being 1 year away from 40 means that, there's like, I don't know, 20 years left. It's like a tipping point of perception. It's like you just got full immersion and you broke it, Albo, because you're not in my generation. And you don't understand my generation at all. Yeah. And so now we need to push back gently, first only to their counterparts, to their entire infrastructure. The entire infrastructure of the Labor Party, the Australian Labor Party, is not that many people. Yeah. And there needs to then be full exposure of that. And on that point, I'm guessing that's when China will make its move on Taiwan. And in that point, we say, we don't even want Taiwan at all. We never did. We allowed this invasion to do this move where we now send you and Russia into a never-ending fucking mindfuck. You decided to try and mindfuck us. Well, that's never what we were doing. Believe it or not. We tried to tell you a million fucking ways. And you didn't listen. And so now this is the inevitable result. What portion of people are going to stand up behind those individuals that have put their hands? It's no one, absolutely no one ever is going to stand behind those individuals. And that's why they should be protected, because they're not even really sure what they're doing there, because it just exposes the machine that's behind it. And this is introductory in the level of global transparent business. So it's like there is a transparent business going on that everyone can see everything. Then there's like semi-transparent. There's different levels depending on how deep you dig. I guess they just didn't know that this level existed, and that's really good. That's set us in our favor. It's like all you need to do is just like not. You don't need to do anything else. You go to work. You do everything. You just don't support that with a. I guess this is the moment where you put it as your fucking thing. This is clear. It's like, okay, how much money of the Australians people did the Australian Labor Party spend on social media, right? In the last 4 years or 3 years, whatever long, every government, and now they're saying no, it's bad. And it's like, what does that government spend compared to the average of Australian citizens? And it will be astronomical. So you have people that have spent a lot of money on a system, used it to get into power, and then are now banning that system's like organic. They call that organic flow. This is an internet term, organic search. That means how people are actually doing when they're not being paid or manipulated by money. So there was an attempt by the money to colonize this environment. And that is really weird because this environment wasn't colonized by money. And for some reason, they just forgot that. Or it's used as like a method to just... It could quite possibly be it was just cost efficient because of the distribution thing. So this was the first act of social media in which a bunch of savvy people jumped on and grabbed huge portions, and they already have that. So this means if you've got children, like if they've got material of your children or anything like that, they've already got that. 100%. You know what I mean? There's a lifetime value of that. Any of these fucking things. So you're then relying on a government that's saying to turn it off, despite them being the largest financiers, or one of the largest financiers of this company. This is instant dismissal because it's the largest conflict. There is a direct line through. They're just expecting that no one will understand that. Oh, they did a what's it called? In the stock market, they do it all the fucking time. Pump and dump. But they did it for power. And they made money at the same time. It is the perfect fucking thing. If you're inside that fucking circle, you'd be like, well, we've got to fucking try it. And I think they really, really did. And I guess they're underestimating the Google's interpretation of its lifetime value, like massively, because these people are retarded. They're fucking literally like vacuum cleaner salesmen and fucking pool cleaners and the strangest professions that have all just kind of been pushed into that place by a machine that's all offline. And so it is so apparent to have that, right? Like that it just gets weird. It gets weird. And then you got to understand how weird that is. You got to be like, yeah, that is fucking weird, isn't it, Shannon? What were you doing? I was just installing showers. I was in people's fucking showers, like pulling their hair and gross shit out of it. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's fucking insane. What is that? And what position is it? Uber drivers? That's it. This is the Uber drivers government right now. Uber driver and like, I don't know. It just weird fucking blow-ins. And they're managing a system that's now just blow-ins. It's just like, doctor, nurse, not your individual identity is that. You're just fucking gobbled up by a big fucking thing and they put a little fucking uniform on you. It's just a different uniform. It's like, we've got to understand, it's like nurses. Yeah, they exist in a war. So why do we have so many nurses? Because we're at war. And then the whole game is like, try and make them forget they're at war. And if you can, then you just extract them at this point that I mentioned earlier. It's fucking insane. It's really, I think it's based on demographics. It's like a weird, they make assumptions on these levels, but they can never really read that right, because people in secret work way different than people selling. And I guess they just never see it until now. And so it just makes them easy to grab. And I think that's why it was invented by a king. You've got to understand, it was invented by a king, that system. So it will always be toppled by a king. They're not toppled, just exposed. This has already happened. This happened in England. And yeah, it plays out really predictably. Like so predictably. The same way that you're predicting what people did to fucking move them around. That's how predictably this baseline movement will happen. It doesn't matter how much technology is stacked on the fucking scam. The unscam is still radically simple. It's referred to as the house always wins, but it's not that. I mean, it is that. It's exactly that. It's that the house always wins. And so now we know who's in the house and who's not in the house. It's pretty fucking simple. Humans really don't need much. They have a really simple thing. They're wonderful things. They're beautiful, have all these like potentials when they're not fucking lashed and whipped constantly. This was never the way any European systems worked at all. This is like, it's not at all. It's a completely false straw man argument created by the United States originally. What's really weird is like, this is a really long conflict. So it moves different than anyone really understands. So if we have a straying away a long time ago with the United States, that's what this really is. Like they swayed away, built a propaganda system, and that's been just going for like this fucking really long time. And then there is an equally balanced offline system of the monarchy. And because so much was absorbed in the British Empire, it still is the British Empire. It's still all is functioning within that. It's like a split. It was divided on brothers, basically. And now this is then second generation, about to be third generation. And this is what it looks like. But I think the most dangerous element is that it went down a 50-50 line on males. Not a good thing. Maybe a really massive, and we're kind of seeing this again. We're seeing this again with the two royals at the moment. You cannot forget that title, spare. We are in the paradigm of a spare right now. And it doesn't necessarily mean that is. It's not that these people have power. It's like they have responsibility. That is far more dangerous than power. It is power, but it's power through responsibility. And that is a structure. And that is two brothers conflicted in the exact same way. Again, I can't believe I hadn't even fucking thought of that yet. And everyone's like, who the fuck cares? We live in this. It's like, what? You live in what? The machine that's connected to the end of the whippersnipper that either one of those brothers hold. I'd quite like those brothers to start getting along again. And I want to understand where the conflicts are. And it seems to be down the similar line. And that's the conversation that needs to be had. And I kid you not, that is actually the conversation, and that is an exposure of the system that you call monarchy or whatever it is. is we've gotten to a point where I'm like, yes, those two brothers need to have a discussion. I'd quite like to mediate that discussion because I believe I understand both sides of their argument in a unique way from a position held hostage by their argument at the moment. Obviously held hostage by a machine of their argument, far disconnected from them, and balanced on the weight of trust and an elevating hierarchy downward from them, or de-elevating. I don't know how you describe walking down steps. The fact that I can see the structure of two pyramids and happen to find myself holding on to both. I'm being torn between them. Oh my God. That's a perspective that you don't understand believes. Like, how do I see William and Harry? I see them as brothers, two brothers, my brothers that are having a conflict, and their machines are hurting me and my children. So I'd like them both grabbed, and then I would like them both to speak on across everywhere. And I know they should be prepared. If they're not prepared, then that's going to be a fucking interesting situation. I wouldn't advise that. I think they should be prepared to have a conversation. If they need a mediator, I'm happy to fill that spot. If they don't, then go for your lives. That's because that flow on, and I will hold the frame for your, I don't know, for your great uncle and grandfather, I believe, I think, and that should sort it out. That makes sense. It's really the tools and the technologies, and we've got to fucking work that out. We've got to work that out. If it is that, and then it's like to lean in, and I think there's too much simplification. I know that worked, and I know that's stable, but we will protect you in another way. We need to protect you in a way of like, this is an active part of world negotiations, and so we need to fucking sort this out. And this is the basis of my argument against the banning of social. It's like, if these problems started as young men being influenced by other people and they weren't able to talk between themselves, this is the act. This is communism 101. Prevent conversation. There is always going to be negative conversation elements. In fact, in my opinion, the government is the largest and the most they've spent the most money on that. And by this argument, I will stand in support of the Crown against the entire Parliament of Australia right now, quite happily, because of this. Australia has failed to balance itself either within the monarchy that it stems from or within its own system. And it's become subject to manipulation 360 degrees in some type of assumed safety, spread out safety, diversify. And that's not even bad advice. So at that point, you're safe. You diversify your thing. Okay, well, let's step all the way down that until we find the place where it's going wrong. It's getting pretty obvious now when we break this down to these types of things. There's two households. Yes, we have interference, but that's like a larger disconnected thing. Now that that's able to be exposed, now we need to understand who's affected by certain areas, and that's quite a complicated thing to do. And conversation between young people will help. So to show again, it's like, what's the strategy here? It's like, well, we've got to December. Let's get real chatty before December. And that means people, dipping their feet in. You have a couple of months to practice in a digital environment before you will be expected to do this in a physical environment, quite seriously. So start practicing. There we go. Like, this should have been advice from the get-go. But it wasn't, because teacher holds the frame. Why does teacher hold the frame? Because the government told me to hold the frame. Why? Because the government's trying to fucking con us again. They do this all the time. So this is a moment. The most affected people are young people, not in grand events like walking across an icon with flags that don't belong to this country. If you do that, that bridge will be put down and you will be put down with them, and then we'll expose the amount of hostages being held by the Australian government at the moment, the amount of starving children, the amount of abused children, the amount of everything really that this Australian government, assuming it was owning a prison. That's a real weird assumption to make. It hasn't been a prison in a long time. Like a really fucking long time. It's you're down the weirdest line. You're on the most narrow of fucking ropes across a fucking raging torrent below, with the entire world chasing you across this fucking thing. This is every member of the Labor Party. Really get this message. If this message isn't getting to you in both ways, in both interpretations of what I just said, then you've got some serious fucking thinking to do. This thing is a well-oiled machine automatically, by culture, by tradition, by hierarchy unseen. It will flick you off like a fucking grasshopper. Like that. I think the thing is, it's like, why is there so much money moving around on this level? You're not inside our walls. You're on the fucking perimeter. You just set off a little tiny thing then. Like that. That little spark on our defense system is going to fucking create a war that lasts 150 years between Russia and China. Their systems are just control. They're just top to bottom control. They're literally livestock operations, almost. This is why this is so tricky. We're not dealing we're never dealing with countries on the same system. They're alien races, basically. And then we step back from that and say, no, well, they're not. So of course, we're all human, but their systems are now so disconnected, and their economy drives on disaffecting our economy. And this is their grand fucking concerto where they're fucking, having a great old jam trying to fucking knock us off our feet. And as I said, little spark on our defenses, and it's time to fucking send the clear message through and begin this process. You know this is coming. You know it's coming. You can't hold that together any better than we can. But we have one thing: the English language. That is our nuclear weapon, is the English fucking language. All of it as well. That's why swearing's a weird thing. It's like, we got a little bit of swearing. It's a type of expression. It's like you're... there's... The whole thing is like an attempt to grab more information. More, they want your age, they want your fucking thing, they want this. What are you doing? It's like, game over, guys. Game over. Australia's too young. It's like, prove you're Australian then, cunt. Like, that's what it's going to get down to. And I just think no one really gets that. No one understands how that works in this place. This place is fucking terrifying. This is a raging inferno contained in like a fucking sprinkler arrangement. It's not. Yeah, God damn it. And so that's where we're at. Everyone just needs to start walking towards the things they know for certain. And that is you don't get caught in a fucking trap. If more people swam in the ocean, this would be like you're getting sucked into a rip right now. To turn it back on, American, whatever her fucking name is, Julie Inman Grant, it's like you're swimming into a rip and you can't fucking swim, sweetheart, and you're going to get washed out into the ocean and you're going to fucking drown. The entire fucking government, and you shouldn't be here now. You should nick back off home, on your bike, get the fuck out of here. And that will send a clear message to everything else that's going on. You can't fucking swim here. None of you can. So start fucking listening. Start paying a fucking attention to where you fucking live and how long you've lived here and what the fuck that means. That is all we have. That is what we say. Welcome to country. Yeah. Welcome to fucking country. Again, where do you live? How long have you been here? What is your attachment? This isn't the same as going from fucking Denmark to England. This is a far different place. Okay? To put it fucking really plainly, as soon as you cross that equator, shit is way different. It just is. There's a whole process involved in it. I don't even know. Do they do it on planes? They must do it on fucking planes. They must do all these things. That's the fucking checkmate. That's the fucking end of the thing. It's like, yep. This place isn't. You're not just continuing off into. It's like you may as well go up a fucking mountain, and then down a fucking another mountain. Basically, up a mountain, down a fucking mountain. That's how different it is down here. Nothing you think will work. And that means it's like, what's happened is like, there's been a digital invasion. The hierarchies of those companies misunderstood the situation, which is fine. They don't understand it. They now are getting better at understanding it. They really are. And there's a flow where we're going to take this and we're going to help defend against. Because of these conflicts, it's like basically China and Russia are now our customers and they're going to fight each other. And there should just be a clear thing. It's like, if you don't completely cease all invasive tactics into our territory, we just won't help you at all. Our systems should not have backdoors in them for military processes. That should never happen. And whenever it appears, that's an immediate attack. That's when it's like, we're waiting for an attack. There it is, guys. Hey, you're waiting to jump over fucking trenches and fences with machine guns? I don't think so. How about we start here, right? How about we start by opening our mouths and having a chat? That's a way easier place to start. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much it's like, that's not where we want to be. It's never going to happen. Ask any professional. Like, actually do your homework. There's nothing wrong with going to the extreme and experiencing it and understanding that fully for yourself. That's good preparation, in fact. So you should be doing that. You should be pushing yourself to go into scary environments and things like that. But there's just easier ways. And it's to begin talking now. It exists on a field, okay? And really, what are you fucking arguing over on the field? A plastic fucking trophy in 6 months' time? What a fucking ridiculous concept. This is a far different situation. This is like, start talking now or everyone's going to be killed. Basically, all the people, like, and it's like, maybe you've seen a little bit about war. It's like, this is what war is now. So start doing it. And who are we at war with? The people inside our country that don't want you to do that would rather you jump ditches and shoot people and become fucking, a stain on another country's grass. Because then that lessens the amount of work they have to do so they can play golf, basically. That is how their system works. It's not how our system works, because we're an immediate associate. We're a narrower system. So from top to bottom, it's way closer. It's like there isn't this disconnected flow. Intentionally, we are the fucking absolute destroyer that was built by the United Kingdom. The whole thing works like that. You already are in it. So you may as well get fucking used to it. You may as well start operating as if you are, because you are. By its very nature, it's like, otherwise you can explain to me what you think you're riding on right now. But in my like really, really deep understanding of it, that's what we're on. So it's time to get to work. It's like, what's not working properly? Every fucking thing isn't working. Everything's like, when you use it, why? Why do we use that? Why? Why are we doing that? Why is this here? Why is that there? Is this the best idea? Is it and every fucking thing? You know where you start? Your phone. Go and get a laptop, throw your phone in the bin, or smash it with a hammer. You know what I mean? Treat it like the fucking wank sock that you had under your bed when you were fucking thing, and dispose of it appropriately, and then get to fucking work on your laptop. Start talking to this, to the fucking thing, and what you're saying and what you're thinking. That all works. The amount of translates, like, you think they're going to translate us on fucking all the way we speak, the unique ways we speak, the strange things, examples, that takes a long time to master that. And we just do high definition communication. That's how anything works, how a performance works. If you see like Cirque du Soleil, it's like there's a lot of communication going on in those things. They're like this, do this, yes, up, down, right, left, that. That's what we need to do. You're already doing it in a job. It's just your job is connected to that machine that's fucking wants the kids to die in a fucking field. And this, your other job, that is part of your job as a real Australian, is to make sure that the kids don't go to a fucking ditch. That's just like a war. Holy shit. Wow, it's exactly the same. I thought I'd be, having one of those headbands on and putting rivets in a fucking Spitfire. No, we're doing this. And then you've got to do that as well. And then you've got to start, it's like the why. It's like every fucking process in your job. Why are we doing that, though? Why are we doing that? This isn't a fucking union. And it's like, what's happened here? Albo lost control of the unions. So who's he fucking governing? He's governing hopes and fucking dreams at the moment. So the union answer is question everything. Where does that come from? Where's this silicon come from? Where's those rivets come from? Where's this? I don't want the whole supply chain. We need to do it. We need to do our homework. We can't do this. We can't do this. Absolute fucking stick in the mud time. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? I'm not being connected to this shit. You want to shut down Sydney Harbour Bridge because of something you barely understand and a propaganda flow that's been billions of dollars spent on it, because of course there is. How much money is being spent on aid and bullets and things? Social media is the most effective weapon any country has right now. That's why we're talking about it. You want to shut down the fucking bridge? Hang on a second. I don't want to be connected to this side or that side, and this fucking comes from here and this comes from here. Work out that supply chain. That's your fucking job before you fucking take one step on our fucking national monuments. You do your fucking job. Who do you work for exactly? What are you doing? Here. Do you understand every element of that? Have you looked within a 600-kilometre radius for the same thing happening before you even get off this rock and tried to fucking assist it? No? Well, then what are you doing to shut down our fucking bridge with your little fucking gay little, I don't even know, your little, what is this thing? It's the strangest concept I've ever seen. It's like Slinky. They're like, it's like, how is Hamas fighting a war? In which is leading to this? What are they doing? They're selling Slinkies. Oh, yeah. It's a war, all right. Yeah, that sounds like a war. Yeah, they're selling Slinkies to fucking, it's like, hang on a second. So there is a mass televised fucking child sacrifice going on to sell fucking Slinkies, and you want to shut down our fucking, our national bridge in our fucking harbour and cover it in flags promoting that like it's fucking McDonald's? It's like, holy shit. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, that sounds fucking a bit fucking crazy, doesn't it? That sounds fucking nuts. Anytime there's a case, like, I want to know who put those fucking people there. That's going on there. Okay, who put those fucking people there? And that's where they go, oh, it's the English. The English put them there, didn't they? What are the English? Every one of these questions needs to be answered by every one of these people. And this is where it's like the understanding of the baseline fundamentals and you not being able to break this down to this is the largest McDonald's advertisement in the world on our bridge attempted to fucking celebrate children starving. And you're like, holy fucking shit, what the fuck are we connected to? Yeah? Everyone should be doing that right now. What the fuck are we connected? You're not in a uniform. Yeah? You're not in a bomber or like shipping off in a fucking helicopter to do it. You're in a McDonald's advertisement in another country. It's like, then again, so what's your connection to this country? Then tell me that. It's pretty simple. What are your connections to this country? Why are you participating in the largest McDonald's fucking advertisement, for starvation? Like, and who the fuck, how is that created? Why are we down to this fucking level of argument? Why are we disconnected to a fucking machine like this? And it comes down to it as well. Well, we'll better get this fucking conversation between William and fucking Harry sorted and then not blame them because that's not what's happening. They're the two big fucking movers. They're the two whales. They're moving. One going left, one going right. One's fucking doing backflips. I don't even know. One's doing a fucking thing. And then everyone's betting on that down. It's like, why are they doing that? Well, because their grandma was a bit of a fucking bookie, to be honest. And that's got to be forgiven as well because it's like, this is just part of learning. It's not them. It's like they've got a lot of money and they're doing this thing, and then basically people end up betting on black or fucking red. They're fucking roulette wheels. The roulette wheel's really shitty. It's as people, this is what no one gets about fucking wealth. And this is for Jordan Peterson, right? And he'll stumble on this. And I never would do this. I never would, he's my teacher. But I go, he's like, his whole thing is, we need to increase prosperity. What is the negative aspect of increased prosperity? What does that mean that's bringing? It means you're bringing a higher level of negative. And what is the argument between negative and positive with educating people? Well, it's going to be 50-50, I think. So it's like every element you expose to a population, if it breaks down to, it's like, what is that positive negative balance in behavior? What's that? What's the actual breakdown of it? Is it 80-20? It could be. I don't know. That would be weird, wouldn't it? But what is it? And then so every level of increase in any type of access to anything is going to elevate negativity. And then what is the cost to humanity of that elevated negativity, especially when that negativity is then also being disconnected? You used to have to go and punch someone. Now there's 1,000,001 ways to fuck someone over. It's never ending. So we get down to, it's like, what's the core thing? It's like, is someone acting negatively or positively in a situation? Negative usually breaks down to like you're taking something away from someone, and positive is you're giving something to someone. So what is the Prime Minister doing right now? He's taking something away from you. Something that he used against you. That's a weapon. It's a gun buyback. They just used guns to do things and now are fucking stealing the guns off everyone. That's what it is. It is fundamental. Are they going to use it to sell stuff to your parents? Okay. Are they going to use it to sell stuff to your grandparents? We didn't live in a casino 5 years ago, but it's increasingly looking like they're trying to be ushered into one, and we just don't live in one. We will blow that fucking thing up. Every fucking bit of it. We don't mind it being there. It can exist there. Everyone knows that's what that is. If it comes here, there's a big fucking problem, because we can fucking spin on a dime. We can go, listen, China and Russia, fuck, let's gobble this fucking casino, mate. It's fucking causing me the biggest headache. It's just like, it is such a fucking nightmare. And I wonder where we'd be, because we're not the United States. I said we're Australia. It's fucking different down here. That southern hemisphere, that equator, it's like wacky. And don't fuck around with it, because you'll find out. It's like it's like a mirror. We live fucking mirror, and mirror doesn't, it's not a repeat. It's like it comes from itself and then fucking goes again. It's weird. It's different. That's what the equator's like. So we're building. So what's our fucking, like our North Pole? It's a North fucking pole. That's a fucking trick and a half. I tell you, North fucking pole. Yeah, that's it. We have that the same. It's just way fucking bigger. And reversed, so it falls away from itself because it's a mirror. So the sun meets there, and then it goes back and forth like this. Yeah, it's wacky. It's fucking wacky. So we're like the ultra balancing part of it. We're the bit that like does all the high fidelity thing. The further you get away, and it works the same in the North Pole, but we're this on the equator, and then there's nothing really. It's weird. There's like, we just have less, but not really. I don't know. Anyway, that's what it is. So what are the main causes for Australia's situation now to be stalled? And this is where it's like, we understand, it's like we're an asset of the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth includes the UK and a lot of people. It's weird. Like, it actually kind of includes a lot of American people because they are dual residents. It's this strange, like, weird economy. And the entire reason that Australia is like it is because we haven't developed our southern coast. And we can at any point, and it will be fucking amazing. Like, it's the weirdest, most amazing place you could ever think of. Like, it's the perfect fucking climate. It has all that. Like, there's just, but we haven't even started. We just fucking got here, and it's like, this is the government I'm fucking ahead of, or I'm having to compete with, where they're like, shut down, stop the people talking when we occupy how much percentage of this fucking rock here? What the fuck are you talking about? It's the weirdest, like, to capitalize on this once you're on this continent, especially if you're like really old member of that country. It's so easy. It's so wonderful because of this disconnected system. Because like there's so much room. There's so much room because of our technology. There is so much. We're so much more efficient because we have the access of the entire world's technologies. So there is absolutely no reason to ever have anything resembling what this government is trying to explain is just a part of fucking the world. So fuck off, mate. Get the fuck out of my fucking face, cunt. You know, you weird fucking pink tie wearing fucking Four Eyes little cunt. Shut the fuck up. Where the fuck did you come from? What fucking carpet did you fucking crawl out from? Get the fuck out of here. Shut up. Like, do you know what I mean? That's where it becomes clear. It's like this is a sales team for a fucking corporation linked to one of those fucking brothers. Like, but not linked. It's like a tennis match with one of those fucking brothers. Fucking stupid. So what do? I just ask, I'm like, oi, I asked Charles, I say, Charles, I need to fucking build like a fucking weird city in the fucking south that's going to be carved out of the fucking rocks. It's going to be like a big scoop fucking harbour thing. Can I give that a go? And he'll be like, of course you can. Yes, of course you fucking can. And then I'll be like, thank you. And then I guess someone might do the same thing with like the million other fucking places that you could probably fucking sort something out to maintain like 4 people. It's like hotel fucking get the fuck out of the machine is in service. The concierge is here. It costs fuck all. It'll take as long as it takes, but probably about 5 years. And you know what I mean? Just wave the finger at them and say, suck my dick. Cash out of the fucking casino. The whole casino falls because it's a shit idea anyway. And start again with all the fucking loot that you fucking got from the fucking Chinese and the Russians having a tiff. And then they're going to have a fucking tiff, and they'll realise the same thing, that fucking materialism is retarded. That the only thing we've got to do is get better at talking to each other. So what am I going to do? I'm going to start fucking learning Russian and learning Chinese. I can have a good old chinwag with whoever Vlad is and fucking Chan that rock up when I show them my city. And they'll tell 4 other Chans, 4 other Vlads, and fucking by that time, everything will have chilled the fuck out. It's just like, oh, you've barged in, and now it's like, fucking, why don't you just ask to fucking, it's like, just, you fucking, you shat on my carpet, and you fucking done this, I don't know, accidentally drove over my cat. Yeah, it just, and far worse. Yeah. I think it's like the funniest thing is like you all thought you're going to be building tanks and things. Like, just go and build yourself a little hut and shut up. You know what I mean? Just keep quiet and stop fucking doing what your government says. Yeah, okay. How do we simplify that fucking to every Chinaman and every fucking Russian? Pretty simply. That's like can we heighten that down to a code that's 4 letters long? Probably. Then we're in. You thought it was fucking easy to get fucking drones in, or hard, whatever side of that fence you want to be. It's like, fucking just try and get 4 letters in there. Jesus Christ, we'll get it in there, all right. It's already in there. And then Vlad's like, damn it, he's right. I know he's right. Well, we had a good run. You did have a fucking good look at you. Look at you, Vlad. Jesus fucking Christ. Now just fucking keep it quiet and fucking settle down. You'll be all right. We'll look after you. You're not going to, it's like, anyone touches Vlad, it's all fucking over. He was doing the fucking right thing. So was the other bloke. But it's like, that's 2 guys. So fucking settle the fuck down, guys. Everyone's like, oh, Hitler lived in thing. It's like, yeah, it wasn't all Hitler's fault. You know what I mean? Hitler was basically whipped into doing that. He's a fall guy. Of course. Some magnificent fucking thing. It's like, no, he's not. He's a mascot. He's the fucking Jake Paul of Germany. It's retarded. We've got to stop fucking, it doesn't work. It's so stupid. You got to talk to 10 fucking people. Those 10 people will tell you fucking more than any fucking knobhead that's being pushed by a fucking company. If that person's their own company, it's like a bit different, but it's like always, it's like 80-20. Expect that the person you're listening to is going to give you 20% bad things and 80% may be good. Then you'll be at least accepting that it might be either, including your teachers, including your prime minister. And it should be, this is the way to react. So, Albo, shut up, mate. Shut the fuck up, Albo. You fucking moron. You know what I mean? It's not like we have children barging down the doors of our local fucking libraries. Are there even libraries? It's like, who the fuck? What is this fucking system anymore? It's like, when I started going to the libraries, no one was there. There would never be anyone in a fucking library, at a fucking local library. There is exactly the same amount. And it's like, don't talk to anyone in the library. It's like, what? There can be like, don't talk too much in the fucking library. Can't there? That's usually wasn't that what was decided in libraries? Of course you can fucking talk. And most of that talking will be, hey, we should talk outside the library. That's what they're not allowed to do. That's so fucking weird. Why is that? Because they want these little fucking regions of fucking homogeneousness to exist. Little fucking rubber stamp villages that they can fucking like tinker with, like a little petri dish, and just like add a little McDonald's here and add a little fucking, add a Taco Bell there. And then you go, oi, you better not be fucking organising this entire fucking place on a fucking little train set, because I'll burn the fucking train set down in your actual house. Do you get it? And then they're like, holy shit, he's talking to me. I might just fucking, I don't know, put some censorship tape around his fucking mouth with my little fucking tweezers, like that. No. No, this is Australia, cunt. This is fucking Australia, you fucking spastic. Australia, where they voted a spastic as the Prime Minister and everybody listened to him for fucking 4 years and then voted him in again. Go away. Go the fuck away. The Prime Minister is the person that knocks on your fucking door and asks you for something. A country is dependent on how people answer that. Yeah? We've got to go to fucking war, we're doing this. All right, yep, straight away, Prime Minister. Your kids aren't allowed to fucking talk to other fucking kids. What the fuck are you smoking, you fucking weirdo? He's not making it past the fucking letterbox without a fucking black eye. I swear to God. This is Australia. From top to bottom, inside and out. Get the fuck out of my fucking shit. You know, it's like start fucking burning something the fuck down. If you feel inclined. And you can get away with it. I can't. So, you know what I mean? I'm not inciting fucking destruction of property or violence. I'm inciting... No, that was that, wasn't it? Don't do that. Don't fucking burn things down. Open your mouth and fucking talk. Then if he does anything else, then burn something down. 600, whatever, even if it's 20 fucking Palestinian flags on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, is burning my country down. And if you don't fucking feel like that, you should learn how to fight really fucking quickly. Like really fucking quickly, or you should surrender. And this is fucking top to bottom as well. It's like whatever countries are assisting this fucking McDonald's advertisement on our fucking national monument, we'll figure that out. Is that fucking India? Is that fucking China? Is it who's doing that? Who's keeping the fucking lamp on? Who's keeping the fucking neon lights on? That's our fucking national monument. It's not being lit up with a fucking Mick Whopper fucking ad. That's the combination between a Big Mac and a Whopper. You know, they call it the McWhopper. And that's what our bridge is once it fucking goes down in flames with 600 fucking Palestinian protesters on it, if that ever fucking takes place in a million fucking years in this country. Who the fuck are you talking to? Where the fuck do you live? Do you understand that 400 fucking people from some fucking part of Australia you've never heard of can just come and wipe your fucking town off the map and disappear without a fucking trace? Do you understand that's where you live? If you don't, get your fucking flag off our bridge, cunt. Go and look on fucking YouTube before they take it off and look up the fucking, was it the Bondi riots? It was one of these fucking riots, right? It was some type of fucking riot. I can't remember exactly where it was. Cronulla. That's where it was. It was in Cronulla. Cronulla would just... Cronulla is not just Cronulla. Cronulla is fucking the bat signal for every psycho fucking person in this country who's trained since he was this big and shoot grasshoppers off the fucking boat. Like, that exists here. We speak differently because we're Australian. We're calm. We're fucking very accurate. We're very fucking proficient. We're very good at all types of communication because we're Australians, mate. We're just like the Aboriginals, except we're fucking white. You didn't know that we're here. And in the numbers that we are, our ancestors built that bridge. This is where off-screen I'd be cocking a fucking rifle and just placing one bullet in there because it only takes one fucking bullet for every single fucking newcomer that has decided to fucking have a McDonald's advertisement on our bridge about starving children. When you live in this country, you're paid to do fuck all. You're paid to do fuck all. And you're spending that time projecting a terrorist organisation's advertisement on our fucking national monument. Or you're drinking fucking vodka. Again, I'll send this to the fucking duties. You're drinking vodka with someone's fucking children in your house. Or they've been telling you every day on the fucking same place that the government's saying, the government? What the fuck is the government? When it comes down to that, what is that? The thing that pays you? Like the ATM. You're taking advice from the ATM. Why is that? You're planning on getting some money out. Where are you going to go with that money when you get the fucking money out of that ATM? Where did you think you live? Really? Where did you fucking think you live? Every part of this machine, although some of it is just chaotic and just terrible, it's mincing people alive. The one in fucking on that border, yeah, that's a bad one. There's a bad one fucking 10 minutes away probably as well. They're everywhere because the whole thing's distributed like that. So everything's really bad. But why are you promoting something else here? Why are you... It's like, what fucking reality do you live in where you go, oh, this person doing this thing says he's at war with the government and he's still doing it and he's fucking... It's like, that seems like what a war. That's like a pre-war. Why is Australia having a civil war? Well, because this Australian guy who's been here for 180 years says that he's Australian and that fucking his children should be able to see him. And it's like, oh, God, you just walked into that? Imagine walking into that, into like a weird back room of a pub, and you fucking see that, and two people are about to fucking cut each other's fucking heads off with knives. That's where the whole fucking country is right now. And if you're not getting told that, you need to understand why. And again, it's like, because you're in a fucking aircraft carrier that was built and financed off country. It's a fucking big old fucking monstrous thing. It's a weird thing. It's a really weird thing. It's old. It's connected to fucking Ireland. It's connected to Scotland. It's connected to fucking... It moves around all the fucking time. It's like a tiff. It's like a bar fight between these things. It's fucking weird. And then at some point, the house steps in and says, get the fuck out of my fucking establishment, all of you. Like, you know what I mean? And then that goes to like different levels. That's what's happening. And it's like, what are you doing? And it's like, if that involves like, I do stuff repetitively, and then I, at the end of the week, have a digital thing, I get, oh, you're sitting at a pokie machine. Do you think that fucking, does that change the fucking situation because you're sitting in it? It's like, if someone's like, this casino's about to be bombed, and I did this in Tasmania, honestly. So that's why I know this whole thing works the same. It's not protected. You're sitting in a pokie machine, and I'm like, there's a fucking plane about to fucking hit this thing, and you're just like, yep, okay, yep. Why are you doing that? well, I do this, and then the money comes out. That's the machine. Are you a robot? The computer's been asking us if we're a robot for so long that no one's actually fucking sat and said, am I a fucking robot? Imagine that. Imagine how many times you're asked a fucking question and then you've never actually thought. It's like you're thinking, okay, the computer's asking if you're a robot, like, because there's robotic computers that can hack into stuff. It's like, no. There's robotic humans that can hack into stuff mechanistically. That's what a corporation is. It's like when you were on a ship, a naval ship, you knew you were on a ship. You knew you were on a fucking ship. If that ship started getting cannons, you might not have known that ship was going to get shot at when you're on it, but you fucking knew that you're on a ship. You instantly looked down and saw cannons. You could imagine. I'm guessing that was the first week of being on a fucking Navy ship. It was like, why have we got cannons? Oh, were they going to shoot us? Okay. Oh, why is this? Oh, this. Holy shit, that's dangerous, isn't it? Now, when you go to work, do you see cannons? Printers? Holy shit. Oh, they put it right in front of us. Oh, my God. Canon fucking printers. Holy moly. Oh, we're just printing out fucking things. That was the Canon. It's like, come on now. Like, this is believable perception. This is slavery. This is you. Everyone knew what a fucking cannon did who got on a fucking ship. That was part of it. If you didn't, you'd freak out. You needed to know. You needed to go through that process. Having a Canon printer on your desk is not the same thing. That's not at all the same thing. You can see the jokes. It's like, oh, we'll call it a cannon. Oh, my God, it's like our little cannon. Oh, like that's it. Except now that's connected to actual cannons and starving children and McDonald's advertisements on our fucking National Bridge, which was built under the protection of real fucking cannons. I think it's like, what do we do right now? We sail all the tall ships through fucking Sydney Harbour Bridge and we start shooting fucking cannons. Blanks. Shoot blanks. Cannon blanks. Wake everyone up. Fremantle, cannons. 60 fucking thousand cannon salute for the next week. Until every fucking Palestinian fucking flag fucking toting cunt rocks up to a fucking homeless shelter and starts feeding people instead of eating McDonald's on our dime. Cannons. The sound of a cannon. Fucking, it can't be replaced. The reverb, the ricochet of that North Sydney Cove. Holy shit. It's going to be fucking, it's like, that's what the fireworks is. The fireworks is like an hour or fucking, it's like, woo. It's like, this is cannons, like random cannons for the next fucking week. Just in Sydney Cove. Bring the fucking sound of war, bring the soundtrack of war home and wake them up and be like, what are you doing? Are you supporting the children not being able to talk here by you fucking having your moment on a bridge? You want a fucking photograph on a bridge? Are you the Greta Thunberg of fucking morons? That's where this is going. We'll fucking drive over. I'll fucking make my way over there. Big convoy. I don't know how we'll have to do here. We'll have to like rig the beach up with fucking explosives or something like that. I don't know, maybe ask the Yanks. Can you just watch our coast? Can we fucking trust you, honestly? And I look at Donald Trump and I'll say yes. Because I know that he's in Scotland. He's not fucking in the United States, he's in Scotland. He understands what that means. If he breaks that promise, he's going to be fucking dead forever. He's going to be dead in a way that you can't die in America. America's like the Grand Theft Auto of dying. If he dies like that in Scotland, he's never coming back from anything. His whole family's going to be cursed forever. So he won't break that promise. So he's going to watch here. So we're going to bring all the good old boys from Western Australia over to fucking see this bridge cannon show. We'll just drop the fucking thing on, drop bears. We'll just drop the fucking bottom out of it like a big trapdoor. What do you think it is? Fuck. Paul Hogan built the cunt. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of our fucking country with this nonsense. You know what I mean? Go to a soup kitchen. Make some fucking souvlaki's or something like that. Why don't you paddle your fucking canoes over to fucking Gaza and make some fucking souvlaki's there? Cunts. I can walk over our bridge. You're not even fucking from... Who the fuck are you? You're right, Shannon. I've been exposed as a professional fucking Centrelink sponsored fucking protester. This is ridiculous. Somehow I'm propping up the Prime Minister into some type of very thinly veiled censorship, weapon buyback, fucking totalitarian coup, and I apologise immediately, and I'm going to come and fucking clean your shoes. Good. Is that where we live? Is that the Australia that we live in? I was pretty forgiving then, wasn't I? Instead of blowing every one of those fucking maggots up on that bridge. That would be fucking... and that would be way more fun for everyone involved. Everyone laying the explosives. Everybody fucking sitting there watching. Everybody... That anticipation before seeing all those fuckheads getting blown up on our monument. That would, in a way, bring us back together. Especially if we could lure Albo onto the fucking bridge as well. And I think that was always the overall gameplay is to that. If this ever happens, you're going to and you wheel Albo on there in his little fucking Hannibal Lecter trolley, and then we blow the whole fucking bridge up. I'm sure that was how we went through it. I can't remember. We were fucking 5 and we got taken in a weird dark room and fucking slapped with a fucking chain until we fucking memorized this shit. And so it's like muscle memory, and then we were forced to run through the dark in this fucking maze with like sound effects going on, and everyone was there and everyone involved. There were some kids from other countries that were like, what was that? And we're like, I don't know, just a weird thing adults do, I suppose. Took us fucking years till we were like 30 or something like that for it to click. Yeah, all right. Oh, yeah. Little nod. It's like this. It's barely imperceptible because we were told to visit the glass with our most underhanded fucking unique fucking example of, like, it's weird, and so that came as a surprise, but then strangely it all fucking lined up exactly the same way. Still think the Gin Gin Hotel needs to accept the current paradigm that its meals are. They fucking are. But it's like, what paradigm is that when you fucking strolled out there? Who are they not to fucking rob you at daylight, during the daylight hours? You know what I mean? If you find yourself in Gin Gin and your fucking only resort to eat is that place, you should pay whatever they say you got to pay. I think that's how it works. Because it doesn't have the same maintenance system around it as these fucking city folk do. So I think you just got to pay whatever you pay. You know what I mean? Save it somewhere else. Really. But then it's like, why isn't there someone more importantly, why isn't someone allowed to generally interested in who pays the bills while you're at home making lives all day? Who pays the bills? It's none of your business. What bills? That's the fucking strangest thing to say, because I can make a fucking sword with a rock, or I can throw a rock through your fucking window, right? This is the current rock being used. So it's like, oh yeah, only people that work for the fucking machine on the treadmill are allowed to fucking use the fucking water fucking thing. It's like, are you seriously like a factory worker at that level? That's embarrassing. Well, only people on the treadmill are allowed to use the water fountain. You got to go outside and drink from the fucking pond, you fucking maggot. How long you been on the treadmill for, bro? A while? Fuck, mate. Thirsty on that treadmill? Jesus fucking Christ. Who pays the fucking bills? Who pays your bills? To sit here and comment in my fucking comment section. John Leslie Wright. I'm guessing even by the comment, it's got to be someone in their fucking late 50s. I didn't even realise there was a dimension to fucking roast people on here based on the fact that they're rocking up as a letter, and I just get to create whoever they are. That seems like a wicked level of power that I don't want. So please don't ask that question again until you get off the treadmill, mate. Yeah. That's the craziest fucking thing. Who let all these fuckheads in this place? Do you know what I mean? And where is this fucking virus of fucking come from? Like there was a meter on the mailbox when we rocked up here. You fucking absolute fucking yuppie fucking cunt. It's the strangest concept. Anyway, I don't want to get fucking pissed off. That's a dumb thing. There's no outlet. That's why it's like, why? Think about that's a provocation there. That nothing can be done with by a letter. Why is he sitting? It's like, why are you on the fucking internet starting fights with people anonymously? I suppose I could look who you are, but you haven't even taken the trouble to put a fucking photograph or anything other than a letter on your fucking thing. Do you have any videos? Probably not. So who are you? You're a spectator. All I need to do is if I put a fucking TAB logo here, that's what I'm going to do. From now on, fucking TAB logo. Then everyone will just be, because they're so conditioned to that, they'll be like, oh, this must be some type of fucking horse race. Holy shit. Now, what can I fucking bet on? Where do I put my money in? That's it. That's what I'll do. Fucking genius. Sports bet? Yes, sports bet. Fuck yeah. Well, that'll be tomorrow's video. Got to figure out how to get a sports bet logo up there. I wonder how you do that. It's probably no different than getting a fucking photograph on your fucking profile on YouTube that you're trying to fucking encourage children being banned on the fucking internet. It's so wacky. It's so wacky. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to have to slowly address the fact that everyone in this country works for a fucking machine that they don't know they're working for, connected to a fucking another machine that they don't know how that works, connected to another machine where they don't know how that works. And then there's a giant McDonald's advertisement going on the Sydney Harbour Bridge for starving children. If you can't get enough, right, this is the problem. If you live in Australia and you can't get access to buy at least fucking McDonald's 6 times a day, or not, yeah, probably 6 times a day if you got down to specifics and you're like, I'm just having a small chips 6 times a day, that's way more than anyone's having in fucking Israel. And so why is that the way that you decide to act? To get, it's like, why don't you pool your resources and like colonize a fucking region of Earth where no one is, and then make a safe harbor and solve the problem for real? And it's like, if you think, it's like, how many people colonized fucking Tasmania, or how many? And I don't mean the bad way. That's a complicated fucking discussion. How many people colonized Fremantle for the first time? Fuck all. So why can't you pool your resources for fucking 2 months instead of protesting on a bridge, and go and create a solution for this fucking gigantic fucking problem away from the fucking spotlight of that fucking conflict that's being killed, that should itself have a fucking sports bet fucking advertisement on it, because it's ridiculous. I didn't make it and I can't fucking really stop it either, but I'm like, I'm going to at least address it in the way that it should be, because that's what's happening. We didn't televise live all the fucking intricate details of any war that's ever fucking been ever. And so it's like the strategy is promotion. It's like, you can't unpromote fucking genocide. That's the fucking weirdest thing ever. Especially in that it's like, okay, what happened? We exposed the genocide in Germany. Has genocide ever gone on before? Oh yeah, it has. It's always gone on. And would it have been in a way mechanized as well? Yeah. It was mechanized as fuck. Okay, so genocide's been going on for a long time. What happened? There was the first instance of televised broadcast fucking genocide ever happened in fucking Nazi Germany. Because the first of everything happened then that was televised, because it didn't exist before then. So what's the attempt now? Is to McDonald's commercialize the fucking exposure. But that's not going to work, because it's not even anywhere near the same scale. And it's like, you're using the advertiser. In Germany, we had a war. We didn't have a fucking McDonald's commercial in foreign countries, like, which is so weird. And it's like, if you're doing that, what else are you doing before you save your own people? My children are held hostage, but they're not fucking like, they're not starving, and they're kind of held hostage in this bullshit machine that's going to long-term be a nightmare, and they've taken away from my influence, which is, and no one can prove why, and being left in an influence that's negative. So we're a fair way away. So that's why my war looks like this, and their war looks different. And their war looks like fucking hang gliders in the fucking thing. But it's like, that's what's going on. Why is it being fucking televised? And why? It's like, because problems need to get sorted before they get to that. Why is it just constant televisation of a fucking incident? And why is a large proportion of those people claiming to be loyal to that place deciding to do these types of strategies in order to fucking do anything? I can't get... So the comment there, genuinely interested in who pays the bills while you're at home making lives all day. Good point, I suppose. Yeah, good point. But that's like, it's on my own merit, connected to my own lifetime's worth of work. And I'm choosing to like actively defend against a war that is affecting me directly because my children are involved. How many of these people don't have children in Palestine? They don't have like relatives or anything like that. And you're elevating a level of that to there. And, you know, no one from Palestine was fucking... Palestine didn't even exist when Australia was federal, like the federation. And the same thing is happening, yet it's just scaled down. And that's based on my reaction. Really, he claims, it's like, what's different to my reaction? What's the circumstances that are different between what Hamas did and what mine did? Nothing. Nothing different. There's nothing different at all. The one difference is that my children are being held in a place that I consider ideologically opposed to the entire identity of what I consider Australia to be, and they are newcomers to this country. So, and they've used methods, have used my own government in this fucking coup to attempt this. This is a mutiny. It's the same as any fucking mutiny. Yeah, you might get away with it, and then you might get caught. And then it's like, all my commitment note I'm ever making is, you've been caught, and I'm making arrangements as to how the fuck we're going to process you on a fucking sliding scale of how that fucking changes depending on how much deeper this goes. This is scratching the sides. It's like, we're scratching the sides now of this fucking conflict here. The same elements are in play. If we say that the fucking IRA is working with Hamas, and they are, and this is mine has direct connections to IRA, and yeah, they're using a different modality, but they're connected to the point where this fucking message is getting all the way to a fucking possible, at least a slight discussion, at least a televisation of a concept of a fucking protest filled with Palestinian flags on the Australian fucking monument known as the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Well, it's pretty clear, isn't it? We're having a coup. There's no other way. Look at Tasmania. Look what just happened in Tasmania. That's a scaled down version of what's happening here. Albo's fucking using the resources of the country to defend against me, who's trying to get to my children so I can teach them how the country works. It's fucking game over. And the reason it doesn't look like game over is because I'm being pretty fucking patient, pretty understanding, because I have a vision for a country that doesn't get rid of all its Islamic people. You know what I mean? This is an Islamic war between the two factions of Islam, and it needs to settle the fuck down. It needs to become a conversation as well. You can't argue it any other way. It's like, that's what's going on. It's like, get your fucking people out of there. You know what I mean? Have it come up with a fucking solution. Jesus Christ, get off our bridge. This is a Christian country. And this is, more importantly, this is a Church of England country. This isn't a fucking Christian fucking worship, whatever you are. This is Church of England, constitutionally held, and you've clearly fucking strayed away from anything, and you have no understanding what vision you're telling us. You're just telling us that you want children to not be able to speak. Well, that sounds a whole lot fucking like Islam to me. So get him the fuck out and get him into fucking a real fucking place where he can explain what he vowed on, what he's thinking. I didn't see it. I still haven't seen it. Hasn't existed. They showed every other moment except for him doing anything. He swore no oath to nothing, and this is the moment that dies. Because of course it does. So what happens if I go to court with my children's mother? She'll do the fucking same. She has no fucking clear anything to fucking swear anything on. So it means that anything at any time she can fucking do in order to fucking beat me. Into what? Slavery. It's fucking insane. And it's like that's not because the paradigm of large portions of the Muslim world are slave. And you know what I mean? This is why did the Obama help? Because they were slaves. It doesn't mean they were slaves. They still had slave mindsets. They have assisted like slave. There's a lot to go from being slave to master, and then from master to no slavery is another step. So the most susceptible people to prime for manipulation towards slavery are people that have been enslaved, like African Americans. That's why that was used. It's a really fucking interesting situation, this whole thing. And it needs to come to a conversation, and this is what's being restricted so clearly. And it's because they don't want to have to self-talk themselves. Like, I can't imagine every fucking prime minister I think ever that's ever existed until fucking maybe 60 years ago has written nonstop about what they're doing. The vision, the concept, everything. It's like this. It's like we have nothing and we have nowhere to go, and they have nowhere to go. They have not one piece of, anything that makes sense towards what they're planning for this country. And it's time to fucking ask them politely to leave the house. All of them. Okay, you're going to be great fucking leaders in the new fucking system. Like, you're quite good managers and all these things. You're just atop a thing that needs a big adjustment. It needs a big service, like a car or anything. I just serviced a sink. It was filled with hair. It was disgusting. It was a really disgusting job to do, but I did it. Now it's done. Now the sink works, and every time the sink works, I'm like, oh my God, it works. Look at it. And because I have to shave to not look like a fucking caveman, it's easier to shave, and the fucking beard trimmings go down the thing easier. It's just a weird world that we live in. And everything is the same as everything else. So servicing a country is the same as servicing a car, or servicing a fucking sink, or servicing, anything. It's time for Albo has run the fucking ring off this thing. It's just, oh mate, what have you done? You got a fucking Palestinian fucking conquering of the bridge. Get out of here. Fucking idiot. But he's probably quite good at like selling fucking swimming pools or something like that. And people are still going to want swimming pools. So don't blame the swimming pool salesman. Blame the country that fucking couldn't keep a fucking swimming pool salesman out of the lodge. That's the real fucking thing. And then also on the flip side of that, celebrate a country where the fucking people couldn't fucking keep a fucking swimming pool salesman out of the fucking lodge. Goodbye.